Hey, it's Colin. Just thought I don't know, sit with you a while, share a moment. Anyway, here I am in front of a little area part of my inner sanctum. So, I used to meditate in this area a fair bit. Anyway, so I just thought I'd freestyle it and talk a bit about this and that. There's a bit of this. What is that? A six shoe. Um, yeah, where should I start? What have I been through recently? Shit. Fair bit of that, but you live and you learn. Anyway, here's a bit of artwork. I mean, I don't show this stuff to anyone. No one asked to see it. Sort of, I don't think anyone's really interested in artwork much. Be nice to, meet someone one day that actually says, hey, show me your shit. But anyway, maybe those people exist, but, yeah, so this is various stuff, you know. Anyway, what can I talk about? Tinder Sticks, that's a good album, actually. Yeah. That was a powerful piece, actually. That's a talking point. That's Hanging Boy. That was in an exhibition, a mental health exhibition, many, many moons ago. That piece actually went walkabout, unfortunately, so I never got it back. So it kind of vanished into thin air, so to speak, or just got lost in transit, or whatever the definition of, disappeared means. Here's a sample. Now, this sample is not from hospital. It's like not a urine sample. It's not medical sample. It's like a specimen container. I actually, took some water when I was down the River Doo and, meditating. It was a powerful meditation in my early spiritual, I would say, misadventures. Misadventures, or adventures. I don't talk about that stuff much. Too many haters in life, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. You learn from life, you learn to do stuff. I mean, you learn not to do stuff. So, I, for example, took a bit from here, there, everywhere. I learned a bit from Greg Avedon, who's a strength trainer in America, legend. Copped a bit of flack there because strength trainers do. Even Trent Reznor cops his fair bit of flack, and yet you think, be judged on your music, why should people, go on about just let his music stand? The man's a fucking legend. But then you kind of learn about spiritual stuff, and I delved into other stuff. I did artwork. My artwork came back with a vengeance, so that was brilliant. With a vengeance, started gaining the gift of artistic endeavour back, which was fantastic. Because I went many, many years of being heavily medicated, not being able to do artwork that I was at all proud of, and most of it I was actually unhappy with. And therefore I didn't like doing it, and I didn't do a lot of it for a big stage. But that one there, that Hanging Boy, that was done in 1997, that is the most grotesque looking shit. It was featured in a schizophrenia awareness or mental health exhibition. You can imagine it literally scared the bejesus out of the, probably what you'd call them, the far right, religious cronies that kind of get upset by images like that. I thought, if you work in mental health, you got to know shit like that. You got to know there's people that have hung themselves from rafters. You got to know there's people that have slashed their wrists. You got to know shit like that happens, and if you just can't deny it, you know. People get upset, people do stuff, and that was a hang your head in shame, which was basically a statement about stigma, I believe. I was just pissed off back in '97. I was thinking, you know, there's too much stigma in life. So hang your head in shame is sort of the statement of not acknowledging that someone with mental illness is actually human or has, I don't know, I think in society there's a lot of dog acts and there's a lot of dog treatment, whether good or bad. You know, we can be treated, you know, for example, in Tasmania you got, I don't know, you got perception, you got, I don't know, just treat person on face value, you know. If someone's got mental illness, I mean, you don't necessarily think that they're crazy and got to go around killing people. I mean, that shit's left up to, in Tasmania, left up to other people that, most mentally ill people you find, if you're ever in psychiatric wards, are the least inclined to maim, kill or hurt, and I mean that sincerely. Just do it, Nike. You know, they are the least inclined to actually physically harm people. So, you know, there's a person in my area that, like, gets around, he sort of looks a bit intimidating in his mannerism or his physical appearance, and you think, you know, the fearful amongst society would be like, oh no, stay out of the way of that fucking crazy person. I tell you now, you know, you're at more risk of harm from literally an undercover person carrying, you know, you're not really, I don't know, there's not too many people that I've known with mental illness that have actually ended up in jail from, you know, going all out, massacring people, shooting people, causing physical violence, assaulting people, and most of the mainstream media reports of people, you know, families fragmented, you know, that just stuff is sort of, it's hard to explain, but some of it happens for a specific purpose, and you think, well, you know, life's a bit shit, it's a bit unfair, and but what you know is that most people with a genuine heart are not intent on hurting people, and even drug users, you know, there's a stigma in drug society, and, you know, most people assume or misassume or just falsely, you know, speculate. Tell you about drug use, you know, it's said that, I think the heroin problem's definitely overrated. I don't hardly know of anyone doing heroin anymore. Like the Dandy Warhol said, never thought you'd be a junkie because heroin is so passé, you know, it's just ages ago. I don't actually think there's a lot of that drug in this state. I rarely know of it. You've had great artists of the past like Nick Cave and other people use opiates for creative reasons, but most drug addicts I knew ended up in a pretty bad place. Some of them are dead. Ecstasy users, I don't really know a lot of them, and raves were shut down, so techno's dead. I don't know if anyone actually promotes that or listens to that. I don't even know of a nightclub scene, but I'm like antisocial. I don't go out. I'm under curfew, so to speak, self-enforced, because I consider myself sarcastically at the moment a Tassie devil. So, you know, in the Tasmanian community, we're a nocturnal creature that's at risk of getting shot during dusk till dawn. So I avoid 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. because I don't want to get run over, hit by wild cars. I don't want to get shot by any stray bullets, you know. I think the Tas Devil's a remarkable animal. It's like on the brink of extinction. It's got like a facial tumour disease, which some of you might be aware of. You know, they're trying to find a cure for that, and you know, you're just thinking, well, they're like taking devils from here and there, separating some, making healthy populations, you know. A lot of science being done into that. One would have to wonder what would cause a disease like that in an animal population, like, tell you what, it's 11 minutes now. I'm going to like wrap it up with this. I reckon they should introduce a stupidity epidemic, you know, just make people aware of some of the stupidity, blatant stupidity that's in life, like the unaware, you know, the stuff that goes on that people don't really comprehend or know about that much. I mean, I've learned a lot of that, and I'm quite arrogant, I'm quite rude, I'm quite, don't take prisoners. I have a short, I don't tolerate bullshit anymore, you know. I've been a mushroom most of my life, kept in the dark and fed on bullshit, and when I just meet people that radiate that stuff or that like to farm and sort of cover people in bullshit, I tend to be very, 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 very short with those people. At least not give them the time of day, or at least make them, I mean, I say I sledgehammer, I baseball bat people verbally. I mean, it's just my style, you know. If I want to teach someone a way or make a statement in life now, I just tend to do it without breaking legality. I tend to like, you know, gonna get through to someone, whack them with a baseball bat in the face. Not physically, because then you're in trouble with the law, but, you know, like, I've seen people on YouTube, spiritual people, and they dilly-dally around, and they have their own ways, their own methods. Some of them are friggin' excellent too. But there comes a point and you just think, well, you know, I'm a different person. You know, if you see something and, or you want to learn something, you might question it. You might say, what if, maybe, is it true? Is it accurate? A lot of people actually have to see things. They have to feel things in order to believe things. And sometimes, you know, just whack them over the head with a baseball bat with truth. Like, bang, just hit them with it, you know. Or if you're doing art, like, do something so outrageous, they just go, oh my God, you know. Not so much shock value, just in your face. Yeah, so I'm going to wrap it up at 14 minutes, I reckon. We got 10-second countdown, so here I go. I'll count it down like the camera's starting to cut a bit. Anyway, good talking to you. Thank you.